Welcome to Bam Bam's Boom Boom Room, starring your host, Bam Bam, and frankly, whoever the fuck that I want.
Right, welcome to Bam Bam's Boom Boom Room, and today I have the utmost pleasure to have an up-and-coming band from Copenhagen up in the studio here today, which is my apartment, so it just sounds cooler to say studio. And they're called Cold Culture, and we'll put links below in the YouTube clip and on Instagram. But you got to check these guys out. I heard them. My friend Klaus, an old metalhead, used to play in a band called Mugshot. This was probably before you guys were even just a smile and a smirk in daddy's pants. There's some young bucks here, and he bought me a T-shirt, and he played this band, and I went, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" I was like, "Where are they from? Australia?" He goes, "No, they're from Denmark." So I had a good stiffy boner for, or still do for you guys. Let's not make it awkward, which is already turning into. But hey, that's what this podcast is about. So guys, Cold Culture. All right.
We are here.
You are here, and we have Gabor
Yes.
on drums, and we have Mess, lead singer, and amazing hair. Just, I mean, my God, he's just a L'Oreal commercial. And I got 5 sharp ones for you guys. We call them in Danish Femskabe.
Hell yeah.
All right. What was both of your first album ever purchased? And you can go all the way back to if it was like a Kitty album or something like that.
Biggest hits count as well?
Yes, anything.
Hits for kid.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be that too.
No, it was, I think, 2005 biggest pop hits.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like at 10, 11. No, wait. And this is, 11, 12-ish.
All right.
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
I'm
13?
31.
Okay, you're 31.
Yeah.
13.
You look good. You look good. You look
Thank you
good.
so much.
I'm 45, by the way.
You look good.
You can see the grays are coming out there, man. Oh, love it.
Coming out.
I feel like I'm full of wisdom. And you, Miss?
I think mine was the self-titled album by Slipknot. I think so, yeah, because I was like 8 years old or something,
Wow.
and then boom, I was rocking.
That was an intense album. I remember having that album. When did it come? When you were 8 years old?
Well,
So-
I'm 24 now. So,
Oh, okay, so it was 8
and
years.
it was
Wow.
in '99.
And-
It came out.
Yeah, it was 16 years ago. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember getting that and hearing that sick from what was it? Iris. Yeah, and then
Awesome.
all right. And what was it? Okay, the next one? What was the first metal album? And you got that one. What about yours?
Oh my god. You know what? It's so cringe. I'm really not a big metal, like, not fan, but like, oh, I didn't really go into, oh, I'm gonna have to buy this and that and that. I don't know. I don't know.
Were you one of those? I just like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean,
Uh,
come on, you can't really say anything bad about that because it's like if you can go one day where I just put on the new Dolly Parton album, and then the day after it's like, oh, I found some really tech death with pig squeals and brutal breakdowns, or wee, wee, wee. And the next thing, I never promised you a rose garden. I mean, hey, I fucking respect that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I don't think I bought any that was metal.
No metal albums.
No.
I'm just gonna correct the camera. a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No metal albums?
No, I'm pussy.
What? You're older than me.
Yeah, I know. I think I just like listened to it, you know, downloaded it, bought it on
Oh, yeah.
on internet,
Yeah. Yeah.
and not albums but songs.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of metal songs from friends. Hey, you gotta check this out, and then people just sent it to me.
But that's the best way to do it, you know. And
Yeah.
I think also YouTube has been really good at, like, if you're in the mood to go down a rabbit hole one day, and you say, "Oh, this is great, this is great. Oh, this band's even greater."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at, "Oh my God, this is like the worst thing about doing that." And this has happened to me once, and it broke my fucking heart. Like, I just found the most amazing band, and then I posted it, and one of my friends was, "Yeah, it's just a shame they stopped playing 2 years ago." And I went,
Yeah.
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 That made me angry. So I said, do your homework before you post, but I still listen to it. So what about the first concert? That one's always a fun one.
Oh, I think for me it was a a Hungarian band when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Tongue chapter.
No, not Tongue Chapter. God damn it, I can't remember. I went there with my dad because he
Yeah.
was a big fan, and then I kept listening to one of the albums at his place, and I knew one song. That was my favorite song, and then yeah, we went there. It was a pretty big concert with a few thousand people.
That's cool.
I was young, 9, 10,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think. Oh, I was so young that I can't barely remember. But my mom and dad told me we have this tradition in the family, or we had, where everyone just comes to Roskilde Festival and just see everything.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, but I think it was either Muse or Foo Fighters.
Oh, that's a
It's-
great fucking
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
And then
Whew.
something I can't remember it, but I know for sure it's either one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I mean, those are some good. That's a good start.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was Slipknot actually.
No.
oh, we all had the whole Slipknot thing. I think after my 6th Slipknot concert, I was like, I'm okay.
Are you not going to Copenhagen?
I'm going to Copenhagen. I always go every year.
Okay.
But that's most also just to say hi to all my friends, and some of them
Yeah.
play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what band or artist, living or dead or not playing anymore, would you dream of sharing the stage with?
Oh.
S-
yeah.
Okay,
This is,
Slipknot. Yeah, you can move in a bit closer if you want.
Okay.
I don't bite yet.
Comes later.
There we go. Now he seems more engaged and not a lazy
Microphone.
metal musician.
Oh yeah, microphone. I'm just gonna put it up here.
Yeah. You move the arm around just to make it comfortable for
Yeah.
all yourselves. I got all the
Oh.
levels and stuff like that.
I'm
so-
gonna
Oh,
move
yeah.
down.
I
I
That's
think
a
it's
little bit.
good now.
Then I can
Yeah.
see your face.
Oh yeah, you got to look at my face, my mug.
Sharing the stage with.
Can it only be one
no,
band
you
or
go
just
go nuts. You can make your own super band if you want.
Oh, okay. But I mean, Blink 182.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love Blink 182.
Yeah, Theremin. Yeah, Slipknot would be fucking awesome.
That would be something, huh?
Yeah. Also Foo Fighters, just because he said it before. Yeah. The list has just gone on and on.
Yeah.
Of course.
You?
Slipknot.
Slipknot.
But I'm a sucker for Bring Me the Horizon as well. I
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ollie Sykes, that would be cool because he is weird on stage.
He
Yes.
would be really good with you guys on
Yeah.
a collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it, but getting in touch with him would be. I don't know.
Only if you see this.
Yeah.
Ali,
Ollie, you dumb twat! You gotta come on and give
Yeah,
these blokes
come
a
on,
bit of a
you-
listen,
bloody cunt.
right? Come on.
But yeah, Ollie, Slipknot,
Bad Omen.
Bad Omens, Noah Sebastian,
Yeah.
and all those guys. The new guys
Yeah.
who's coming up.
You shouldn't do Sleep Token because you'd be ashamed to put makeup on that pretty face.
No.
You, that's a different.
Yeah. I'm fucking no.
Oh, you're not that bad.
No. My hair is terrible. My hairdresser is on holiday, so
Oh,
I'm really desperate to find someone
Hey,
with a scissor.
Yeah, I go to the cheapest guy that does the fades. So I'm the guy with the big beard and the
Uno corner.
skin fade all the way up, and
Yeah.
he's like looking like he's either a suicide bomber or a or a special forces operator.
You go for stereotypes.
Yeah,
or-
I love stereotypes.
Nice.
fresh fit,
Nice.
Yeah. Fresh fade, man. Fresh fade.
fresh fit, man.
There's nothing better than you just sit there and like.
But yeah, I'm in the background anyway, so no one sees me.
Yeah, I saw him, and you. But you're. I like this new trend where in metal the really big drum setups and we call them in Danish the kavlegård, which is
Mm.
like the monkey bars. A lot
Oh.
of metal drummers don't do that anymore, and I think that kind of lies somewhere that metal drummers have actually looked at and goes, this is fucking hard work to transport all this around.
And build, yeah.
And so to build all that up, and when you
Yeah.
get those like the Gibraltar full set where you've got cymbals all the way up and a gong in the back, it's
Yeah.
like,
Corn style.
and everybody's looking at you like, "Do you need all of it?"
Yes. I'm just gonna force myself to use everything.
Yeah, and the lead singer always ends up be the one having to help you break it down
Yeah.
because the bass player, I mean, he's just one of those. I did play the bass. I used to play bass, so I can say it. I play bass, and his setup it weighs like 6 times more than the guitarist's. For some reason, bass gear just weighs more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see Timmy from Rage Against the Machine. He looks like he can lift his
Fuck
shit.
yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
You get some big dudes playing bass, and that's because they have to lift all the gear.
Yeah.
And all the guitars are like, my top doesn't weigh anything. It's like, oh, good.
Fancy bitches.
Yeah, fancy
All
bitches.
my lyrics and
Yeah, and your microphone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my microphone, Gabor?
Yeah, it's like I have a little bag for it.
And then first.
Yeah, yeah, a man purse.
Yeah.
A man purse is great for a microphone. You're like,
I'm ready.
yeah, right next to your little chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what I'm gonna
called
buy.
Ollie.
Sorry.
It's like sounds like him too.
Yeah.
So how did the band start?
Oh. Where do we start?
At the start.
At
Yeah,
the start.
Kind of where the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
It started with me and Michael,
Yeah.
the guy who plays keys and percussion.
Yeah.
We played in a band
Before Cold
before,
Concert.
and he went to the concert, and I went home to some friends with him, and then we drank some beers, and he was like, I produce music, and then I was like, I do it as well. And then we just wrote some songs for fun, and it went for like 2 or 3 years like that, and then we were like, we should start a band.
Yeah.
And then I called Gabor and said we needed a drummer, and he was like, I'm not sure. And
Mm.
then it
I
went
was
on.
doing my. I had a YouTube channel, and then I was busy with that.
What was the YouTube channel about? Drumming?
Yeah, drumming.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah,
I can help with drums,
yeah.
stuff like that, you know.
How much can you pay, huh?
Yeah.
And then he saw the video of the one-handed drum, the guy playing drums while drinking coffee and smoking a joint. There, you're like, I can't do you.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I'm not good enough. Yeah,
I love him. He's
yeah.
so good.
We all
So
do.
good.
We all do. I
Yeah.
mean, anyone who just loves good artistry and good skill, you're looking and goes, I'm not gay, but
But that dude.
That dude right there.
Yeah, he could stomp on my double pedal.
Kick me.
Yeah, and he doesn't even need it.
Yeah.
But,
But yeah, it started like that, and then we were 3 guys who just we didn't even play there. Oh, we have a funny story with
do
that.
we?
We hit Andy up, our guitarist. No, actually, he called Michael and said he wanted to be in the band because we have a song with Philip Stam from Normandy.
Yeah.
And he's a big Normandy fan, so he was like, I gotta be in this band.
Yeah.
And
He also
then-
liked the other songs.
yeah, he did. And then he came in to the project, and then we just wrote, and it was, I mean, the quality back then was pretty shit. So we needed a good hand from Chris Kreuzfeld. And
I was going to get to that too.
yeah. And then we just wrote song. We just wrote songs, and that's also the fun in the end.
Yeah. All those summer house times.
Oh, summer house time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can already hear those. You go up to
Yeah.
a summer house and you have like your equipment along and you go for the writer
monitors,
session.
computers,
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
beer, and good weather.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can find the discipline to work under that, then it's really good. If not, then it just turns out to be a party.
Yeah,
So
most of the time.
most of
Shit.
the time, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
But what about the inspiration for the sound and where were you all coming from? Were you all did you all agree on which way to go? Were you all in that zone of doing this melodic style of metal?
Oh, I've
I think about the sound you should
yeah.
talk.
It's we talked about like sound. What we 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 don't have a sound yet. I mean, we do obviously, but it's not like this is cold culture yet.
Mm.
It's not like if you hear that, then you say cold culture. And I think the reason why I like Bring Me the Horizon is you never really know what to expect from them. They
Mhm.
released a pop punk album and then metalcore, and we kind of want to do this like whatever the fuck we want, basically. And of course, we still like the rock music, and we like to take elements and
Yeah, like we have references from all those bands.
Exactly.
yeah. I
We
think
just said-
Low is like, Bring Me the Horizon, Nihilist Blues, and
Mm.
Yeah.
and we just like the way it sounds, and
Yeah.
just go with it, and don't be like focused on we have to be on this road
Mm.
to be able to get big or something, because then it won't be fun in the end.
No, like
Yeah.
we're trying not to limit.
No, you
Us
shouldn't do
are-
that either.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you kind of get, especially in metal, especially in Danish metal. You're. In my day, I remember playing in bands that were more Deftones orientated, and a lot of the metal scene was like, no, you can't do that. It's like, why? Well, the vocals need to be
This and this.
this, and they
yeah.
have to
Yeah.
be rough. And then you're like, oh, and then the pop people, or I'm gonna say girls, are like, your music's great. Sometimes it's a bit too hard. And then you talk to the metal guys, the riffs are great, but your vocals are too soft. Or something like that.
Yeah.
And you just can't appease everybody here. And it kind of at one point was very elitist.
Yeah.
And it's changed a lot. There's been a lot of good bands to take that, and for your sound, of which basically you guys have a good wall of sound, and the keys kind of really go in and
Yeah.
affect that. Deep End, which I just freshened up on today, great fucking tune.
Thank you, man.
I was like, I got that warm feeling when you hear like good riffs and a good hook
yeah.
and those piercing vocals, and it's just a really good tune. And I had that vibe of like, I could watch these guys play with Architects, for example.
Fuck
I got
yeah.
that vibe
Yeah.
from
yeah.
which is one of my favorite, more modern style.
Yeah.
Also because the lead singer is insane, because you're not really sure what he's doing. Is he screaming?
crazy.
Is he singing? Is he what the hell is he doing? Because normally you kind of, as a vocalist, I would assume that you kind of know where you're going, and then now I switch to the growl. Now I switch to the bark. I mean, I'm a big hardcore fan, so I love that yelling bark.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you go through your different skills in your repertoire, but that guy from Architects is just,
He's next level.
and he does it without. It's like, he's shouting and no, he's singing.
Yeah. And when you see
what?
when you see him on stage, he's like casually walking around and be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck, dude?"
I mean, he has. I mean, I'd love to see his vocal cords. Do you get checked?
No.
You should,
I should. I think especially after.
and you should go along because it's fucking fun to watch. He suffers. I have a good throat doctor right down here, and he would check me. He was really interested in how your vocal cords work, so he loved this project of me coming down to get checked every 6 months. And they put a camera in your nose,
Oh.
and it goes all the way down,
Yeah.
and then they see, and then they make you do the E's, the oohs, and the ahs, and they check you for nodes for
Yeah.
the what do they call it? Yeah, vocal cord nodes, which are like scar tissue that can really
Yeah.
damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm like basically I'm not the best singer. I can feel when something is wrong.
Of course, that's good.
But
Is it expensive?
No, it's free.
It's free.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
free. Damn, stick it in my nose, man.
Yeah, and
Two.
and they're really, and if you get a good doctor that knows what he's looking for, what I found out was good. My old one, man, he was an old fart, and he was mean because
Yeah.
I came there because I was getting checked because I was doing music,
Yeah.
not because I was sick or anything. So he wouldn't even lube up the damn camera, and he would just put it in, and then I would you do that.
Yeah.
And then the tears would come, and then he
Fuck.
would go, "Suck it up, Buttercup. You're not here because you're sick."
Fuck
So,
you.
and I was like, ugh. And then I got the new one who was really interested in how I used my vocals.
Yeah.
So I was getting there checked. And he was like, "Okay, we'll do this and check that." And he took off an hour for me.
Oh
And
shit.
Wow.
and the people in the waiting room, they when I got out there, they were looking in the room like, "What the hell was that?" Because
Yeah, you're standing in
he
there.
made me growl. he made me do the black metal.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I was suffering with, because I couldn't find that right way of doing it, because I kept getting higher and higher in the chest until I was like, oh, now I know what to do. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, I don't like black metal. I like Black Elements.
Mm.
And I gotta admit, I hate the band, but Cradle of Filth, and I was listening to his way of doing it. I was like, okay, let's see if I can try and tweak it that way and tweak it that way.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing I never was able to do was like the real, the pig squeal, because I just don't like it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good either.
It sounds like you're puking and whistling at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
This
You do
makes
that
no
sometimes,
sense.
right?
Yeah,
you can
for
do
fun,
it.
for
Yeah.
fun. But
Yeah.
I'm not 100% in.
No. And you know what? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. It's not a necessary thing. I like when a metal singer has a broad variety of skill.
Mm.
Just take a classic metalcore band like Killswitch Engage, where you
Oh,
just have
hell yeah.
everything under one roof, where it gets almost like a pompous, like, oh, that love song, and the next thing you know, you get that breakdown, and it's just one of those. It's like a great burger with everything you like in it.
We love that.
Yeah.
Can you actually figure things out by just looking at the screen, looking at your vocal
Yeah,
cords?
yeah, and you can see if you're doing something wrong, because if the vocal cords, you can see when someone is,
Tensed.
you know, when you
Oh.
see like a person shouting at a football team or a coach, where they're like really tense and up here, like
Yeah.
that means they're really up here
Yeah.
instead of using their diaphragm,
Yeah.
which is the lower part of your belly.
Yeah.
With core, that's why you see a lot of singers like Phil Labonte from All That Remains, that he'll sometimes put his hand on his back and he'll like really stretch
Yeah.
out, because you get that full range. And sometimes you'll see them go down in that crunch just to get the last bit of air out.
Yeah.
Because it's that control of the air.
Yeah.
I even did the Melissa Cross about the DVD of The Zen of Screaming. You should check her out.
Yeah.
She's an old vocal coach. She taught Randy from Lamb of God not to. She doesn't teach them to growl, but she teaches them not to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the big things is when you're done at a concert and everybody's like, "Hey man, that's a great concert." You're like, "Yeah, it was great, right?"
Yeah. You-
That's where you
know,
hurt yourself.
You know that's the funny part, because just after we played every show, I have to go to the merchandise and talk to people, and
Yeah.
you can't hear shit because people are talking loud and
Yeah.
there's music,
music.
and they're like, when are you playing again? And then you're like, tomorrow, and then like
Yeah.
it hurts.
It
Like
does hurt.
you can feel it at the end. Like when you get home, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
I need a day off tomorrow.
And
Yeah.
and beer doesn't help either. Beer
No.
can,
It dries the
It-
throat.
and because that hops in beer can go in and affect your vocal cords, because there can be there's a lot of people that have a mild allergic reaction
Mm.
with the vocal cords, so they get kind of like irritable.
Oh shit.
And if you want to experiment with it, milk can actually give you some really awesome effects.
It can?
Yeah, but when you do the spit, then look kind of funny. It's like, what were you doing backstage? huh?
Yeah.
Some nasty shit.
You had Bam Bam's Boom Boom Room in there, didn't you?
Hell yeah. I had some milk.
Yeah, get milk, get some.
But does it have like a good effect on?
A lot of singers have different. You have singers that love to do dark spirits to warm up the vocal cords, but that can also get you too relaxed. It can open up the blood vessels when you get like
Ah.
a shot of something really like a whiskey or a rum.
Yeah.
I like that, but it just kind of, it can also remove your inhibitions, that you'll push yourself too much, that you don't really know when to stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now I'm doing something wrong. I never got my vocal cords. I mean, he would like praise my vocal cords after doing 3 concerts in a row,
Yeah.
and I never got injured in that sense. I got injured more of the whole shouting, and especially going to a concert and you're yelling in your friend's ear, going, "The band's great,"
Yeah.
where you actually should press in on the ear part and then just say, "The band is great,"
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
speak normally. There's no need to yell,
No.
because you don't have people that are shouting something and go, "Wait a second, the band is great." That'd be cool if someone did. Just go around like that and sing to people. Then you'll never get hurt. Yeah. What did you think of my concert? That'd be cool. I mean, And we need you in the background, like,
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be the Met for now.
yeah. And then you'll never get hurt again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I won't talk anymore, man.
Yeah. Basically, you're just like a walking Disney.
Oh. Oh.
And it's snowing outside. It's like, no, man, no. Do you want to build a snowman? It's like, fuck.
See you in the
No.
courtroom.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Disney's gonna sue.
But yeah, but keeping your vocal cords healthy is is important.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Now I want to go to the doctor together.
yeah.
We go there now.
Okay.
Yeah, now he's probably drinking Slivovitz and stuff like that. Like, okay, boys, let's go.
Is he from Russia?
No, he's from, I think he's from ex-Yugoslavia somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it was Croatia or Bosnia.
Mm.
Shit.
But he was such a cool dude. He was so interested because he wanted to know how you did that. And it's also, people who don't know, they find it scary, but they find it basically fascinating. Especially the lead singers that can switch from that clean vocal and directly into something very aggressive.
Yeah.
And I found it fascinating, but when I
Yeah, me
heard
too.
that first too, and before that it was like, oh, Metallica, and he had that more, oh, yeah, ooh, yeah, and that's actually unhealthy to do.
Is it?
Yeah.
I fucking do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That and whispering will fuck your vocal
Yeah,
cords
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Don't ever whisper.
No.
No, whispering
Oh.
is just shit for your vocal cords.
Shit.
Yeah,
I was just gonna be whispering.
yeah. And instead of don't whisper, but speak sexy. Doucement.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keep on
Podcast.
rolling,
Keep
baby.
on rolling, baby. Oh,
What's
I want to go see Limp Bizkit so bad. Oh, I love that band.
Fuck, I want to see.
Limp Bizkit is like
I
the
keep seeing
biggest
the
party
ads.
band. It's like when you go to those old hair metal bands, you know there's going to be a fucking fun show. It's good to see which one of them got fat.
Yeah.
Which means they stopped taking heroin.
Yeah, it's
It's
true.
like, oh, you switched out heroin for ham. And then when you're done looking at them, you're like, oh, there's some titties.
It's true.
And just for the crowd out there, we do not gender assume. So those could be male titties. They could be female. They could be non-binary titties. But they're titties, and titties make everybody smile no matter whose they are.
Yeah.
Titties are great.
It's true.
It's always sweaty underneath.
Exactly. And you know, you just see a set of titties, and it could be a man set, and you're like, that made me smile.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
They'll not make you like, oh, I feel hatred. I need to beat a certain minority group now. It's never done that. No.
man titties.
It's just titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Good.
We should get
Do you
some
know
titties.
the band Bowling for Soup?
Yeah, I know Bowling for Soup.
Yeah, can you remember the
Stacy's mom.
yeah,
Yeah.
they I think they took a break for a few years. I'm not sure, but I think 1.5 year ago I started to see them again on social media.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I saw them like again.
Yeah.
Because I remember back then when they were active, they were like this.
Yeah.
And now they are like this.
Yeah. You have that.
And I'm not, no body
no. Yes,
shaming.
yes, because that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get people like get off your ass and get moving. Hmm.
Yes,
And you
buddy,
just
shit.
mentioned that getting off heroin.
Exactly. Start taking
I-
heroin again.
I didn't know that it has a bad effects on you.
Heroin? Oh,
Heroin.
It'll make
I-
you,
I mean,
it'll make you
Dude.
skinny.
Not like that, but like stopping.
Oh no, I think when they like you look at Axl Rose and stuff, you stop all the hard drugs,
Oh,
then
Mickey Mouse.
then you start remembering that you're hungry.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same
Uh,
with Motley Crue as well.
Oh yeah.
I think Tommy Lee still he's a party animal.
Yeah,
Thing
but
is
Tommy
that-
Lee was first of all, genetically he's built like a Greek god. I mean,
Yeah.
he always was jacked, and he never really
Yeah.
did too much of that. But another punk rock band, All Time Low,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
when you see them in the beginning where they look like teenager boys, and then you see what was it, 2019 or 20, where okay, someone took steroids.
Yeah.
the one guitarist is like, dude, are you wearing the same size tank top? Because you're very swole. Very swole.
All the
And
time.
all time low, no, all time jacked. They started looking like those Giga Chads. Yeah.
Limp Bizkit, they just accepted their fate. They don't really do anything about them aging, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just have what's his name? The
Fred?
guitar, the
Oh.
guitarist. He does all the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So you
I
never
love
really
him.
know how he looks.
No.
Wes Borland.
Yeah.
And then you have Fred Durst that just likes to. I mean, when he played at Copenhagen, he was wearing like a concrete worker suit with all the. It was just like, okay, fine,
Yeah, yeah.
but they can do whatever they want. It's fun and games. And he also had this weird look at one point where he looked like an old man with an old man hat.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I did
Like-
not know where that was going. I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. I mean, it's not like Slipknot, which have been able to withhold a gimmick for such a long time. And when you listen to the story, you probably heard this one where it was just really easy for them to have those masks because they could walk around in their otherwise Mormon
yeah.
city and just not be hassled by the, you're playing the devil's music.
Mhm.
You will go to hell and you will burn. I was like, all right, okay. Jesus. But you guys just got, not just, you signed with Prime
Yeah.
Yes.
We are in Prime Collective. Yeah.
Prime Collective. So, and how did that come about?
Again, the funny story. We never played a gig as a band
Mhm.
before we signed, and it was I don't know. I think Miesa,
Mhm.
the big shout out Miesa.
Very, very talented dude.
He liked the music because I was writing for some other artists, and then we basically just talked me and Miesa, and then I was like, check out our songs, and then we met up with him in Copenhagen, and then he just went like, let's do it, and then he booked us for Hotel Cecil, and boom, it was a party,
Yep.
and everything since then, everything has just been like,
But he's a dude that, like him or not, he just has this ear and this talent of
no shit.
I mean,
Yep.
he's like a bit one of those King Midas, where what he touches will
Yeah.
he's got a really great talent and a great ear for him. I should
does.
actually get him on to talk to him because he's such a knowledgeable person.
Yes.
We actually had
Jeez.
him in. I used to sing in a deathcore band called A Crow's Murder,
Mhm.
and we had him in to. But it was when I just didn't want to do metal anymore. I just woke up one day and I was old, and I was like, I'm not angry anymore.
I want to do techno.
Yeah, no, and then it was pop punk because I
Yeah.
started playing pop punk at 16.
Awesome.
You all know my old lead singer,
Who?
Nicholas,
Son?
Nick and Jay.
No way.
Yes,
Really?
way,
No
bruh.
way.
Yes, way, bruh.
Nigga J.
Yes.
What the
Nicholas.
hell?
Boom, boom.
Yeah, he was my old lead singer.
What?
Yeah, we played in Stinga and Lobben and stuff like that. We had a grand old time, and
History, man.
we quit just before Blink-182 came out with, I can't remember which album it was. I think it was the Enema of State and stuff. And then if we had just held on a bit longer, we could have curtailed that.
yeah.
But hey, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Shoulda.
Yeah.
So, and what about working with Chris, another genius, another young? He's not as young anymore, but when he started out, he was just this young shooting star within metal. First of all, a great guitarist.
Mhm.
I mean, when you think you can't go deeper, Chris goes, hold my soy latte. No, nothing bad about soy lattes, but he could just get that guitar just to go.
He fucking spanks it, man. I love it.
He
It's-
controls it like a demon.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean, and as a producer, the sound that he's gotten out of so many bands like Ghost Iris and Cabal, and including you, you're starting to find that really cool fingerprint. Like Jakob Hansen has his own, Tu Madsen has his. You have a lot of different producers that have their fingerprint, and I think Chris just has this awesome sound, and he gives you that wall of sound.
You can definitely hear when he mixed or touched anything. I can easily be like, that's Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt.
Espe- yeah,
And it sounds fucking good.
Yeah.
So it's
The
He's-
thing he did with the guitar in Faded and the breakdown, right? He just
I pitched it down.
pitched it down
one
octave,
we sent it already pitched down, but I
Yeah.
was like, can you make it more ugly? And then he just
he went for it.
yeah.
He did it.
And you could probably put those when the guitar goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get hit in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's
fucking slams.
So talented, but also I've been working with him for some time now.
Yeah.
Out- Not just co-culture, but also when I do my own stuff, writing with people, and he's. I've always been looking up to like Chris, because he's the man in the metal world here in Denmark.
He is, yeah, and
So I think working with him is really great because we learn how to deliver a track even more and more and more.
Yeah.
Like it's not like science to deliver, but
Yeah.
there's still like couple small things where you wanted to. He's like, do the guitar here like this, or
it's an education while
Yeah,
you
yeah.
while you create.
because we produce ourselves, so he just mixes our songs and then he just bring it to another level,
Yeah.
basically. So he's a good guy and he knows his shit.
Well, listening to your
definitely.
sound, the way that you work with the production end on your end, and then with him, it seems like a really great marriage.
It works really good.
I'm definitely I'd love to. I need to do this more and get things put on the stereo and really crank it, so then you
Yeah.
can hear those. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah,
fading
yeah.
from this way to that way, and you get those small details.
Details, yeah.
There's a lot
Um,
of like, especially in the new shit, there's a lot of small details
Oh,
there
I
and
love
there,
them.
and
Yeah.
it's only something we can hear, but it makes it.
Yeah, for the audience, it's just a good feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good happy feely time.
Good happy feely time.
Yes.
Happy feely time.
With the fucking heavy slamming guitars and breakdowns.
Yeah, I mean breakdowns are just so necessary. I
Yeah,
mean, oh,
they are.
I love old school death metal, but I love deathcore too because you get that. There's the breakdown.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and my nuts hit the floor.
Yeah.
Speaking of, the new Whitechapel is. Oh,
I haven't heard it yet.
oh,
Me neither.
There you have a lead singer that's even prettier than you are. Nice.
I'm
And that's still a compliment. That's still a compliment for to you, but man, ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty boy. Pretty boy. Pretty boy. So what about the writing process? When you guys write songs, how is the process? And
It's again, Michael and me are usually writing the songs.
the guitarist? Or the key?
The key.
Okay, okay.
And then at the moment, it's like whoever gets an idea,
Okay.
basically. And
This is in the rehearsal studio.
no, it's our homes.
Okay.
In my home, there's like in my room, there's a small studio.
Of course,
so-
there is. We
yeah.
all have that.
Yeah. So we just sit there and having fun. But it starts usually just writing a riff and then boom.
Yeah.
And then you just go.
And what about you with the drums? Do you kind of know intuitively what they want you, or can you hear the direction, or do you have to be like, do this, do that, do this, break down here?
I'm basically a slave.
no,
No, I'm joking.
Well, speaking of where you come from, Hungary.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's so many jokes there, but they're
And you're still hungry, huh?
low hanging fruit. Oh, don't say fruit. He's hungry.
I get it all the time, man.
Yeah, you do.
I used to
It
play.
never gets old.
I used to play with a guy called Christian. He was from Chile, and he hated it. I was like, we'd be in the studio going, "Hey, you should put on a jacket don't, because it's kind of
It's kind
chilly.
of what?
It's kind of chilly. Don't, because it's really chilly out there. Yeah, yeah. After the 50th time, it gets kind of old. But the
I don't
Danish,
know. For us, are you hungry?
yeah. Are you hungry?
Because you're from Hungary. Huh?
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I do.
Hey, how's your border doing? Oh, there we got political, didn't we?
No
Yeah.
shit.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
it's open. You
For-
can go through
For certain people.
for certain people.
I'd have a bit of a problem.
You had.
That's
or
because
you
I'm.
would?
It's because I'm loud.
Ah,
Yeah, that's why.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna put you in an awkward situation
Yeah.
just yet.
I think I'm ready.
You
But
ready?
Now,
Okay, brace yourself, young lad. We're gonna get awkward.
young lads.
So okay, back to back to the
Drum.
kind of serious
Yeah.
stuff. So
Um,
yeah, the drumming.
they write drums, and then they're like, uh, here it is. That's the main direction. But like, do your things. So, for example, I just practiced one of the new songs that's gonna come out, and I recorded a demo drums in my apartment.
An electrical kit.
Yeah, and so what I did is just I put on the metronome, on
Yeah.
the drumless track,
Yeah.
and I go for whatever I feel,
Mhm.
and then I match it with whatever they had.
Yeah, and they do
and-
you do the plotting, the drum plotting, and that is I love that. That's amazing.
Oh.
I don't have the patience for it.
no.
It's like hi hat.
Oh, yeah, on the keyboard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you get used to it so much, you know your ways. It's like. Sorry.
Yes, thank you.
I think he could just play a drum solo on the keyboard because
Yeah.
he has done it for like million times.
Yeah, I remember the first time we played support for a band, Hanging the Nihilist.
Yeah.
And their drummer, I mean, he was used to playing on the electrical drums, and he had to play on our drums, and we could hardly hear him
Yeah.
because that everything is just so triggered. And
Yeah.
he's a really good drummer, and I've heard him now, and you kind of can hear he's gotten more used to the real drum set. But our drummer, man, he hit like a fucking Mack truck.
Mm.
One of those old school drummers, like
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
old and bitter and angry that you all woke me up for this. You know?
Yeah.
So I guess it's a new technology, a new style, and listening to people plot those drums, and I sometimes can't hear the difference of some of the programs.
I mean, I don't know if it Devon is. Yeah, it's MIDI drums, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds fucking great.
Thanks.
I
Very
think-
clinical though, surgical, very surgical.
Yeah. All the drums on Afterthought.
Baby. Shut up.
We recorded the drums in
Black
Black
Tornado.
Tornado.
It's which is a program. right?
It's studio.
Studio in
Oh, okay.
on
Uh,
Grafsheide. Yeah,
Grafsheide.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So,
know that.
but Chris, he just used the samples on it. So I think the cymbals, like the overheads and the room mics are there,
Yeah,
but to make it more punchy.
yeah. He blends it with
Yeah.
the MIDI, which is I think
Yeah.
is a really cool way to kind of getting things more polished.
Yeah.
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 Also, really like you don't hear like the kick fades away or like small bits there and there where it's like it's
It's
Yeah.
there.
like that.
But
Yeah.
your music style also really
It needs it.
it needs that surgical precision.
Yeah.
Where if you're like a stoner band, you want to hear that sloppy
Yeah.
doo 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 doo,
Exactly.
and then that doo
Yeah.
that
Boom.
the snare drum, which is this deep.
Basically
I
like a,
love that.
a tom snare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always, I mean, I grew up with bands like Helmet and
Mm.
and that kind of hardcore where the piccolo snare was just that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, and you could see the studio producer like, fuck.
How to deal with that
Because
shit.
it's just ringing there, and,
Sample
you,
replacement.
yeah, and then get the fart sound in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just like as what's his name, Samus. You know the drummer, the long-haired drummer that.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
name.
yeah.
He had the fart noises on his, and he was trying to play through, and he had mic'd all the triggers up to fart noises, and you could see him just playing, and he couldn't continue. That was epic
Yeah.
because farts are always funny.
They are.
They are.
Yes, no matter where they come from, and we'll leave it at that. So, Mass, what about lyrics? I mean, how much emotion and feeling do you put into yours?
Um,
I'm in the sun.
Yeah. slip my wrist.
Yeah.
Nah, I think we're always struggling with lyrics. It's
Okay.
always the hardest part because this, it's obviously about depression, anxiety, stuff like that. But it's such a big world of writing, and if you write something, then you've heard it in My Chemical Romance, or you heard it everywhere. So I really want something that's unique, but it's hard, so it kind of blocks us sometimes. but when I'm in the zone, it's mostly of life, what
Struggles.
growing up
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like, and classic heartbreaks and personal issues and stuff. I
Yeah.
think Deep End for me was really about personal issues.
Mm.
Or
Yeah.
And then when you have those kind of lyrics, what's cool when you do that is that everyone can kind of pull their own to and goes, yeah, I've been in the deep end before too.
yeah.
And then when you hit that, it's like when you listen to Hatebreed, all their songs are about struggle and strife, but you're like, yeah, man, I struggle too, and
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah.
stronger, and I'm with my buddies, and we're like
Yeah.
strength and unity, and it's the same thing. If you hit that really cool note on that subject, then everyone's like, yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
And whether it means something or not, that is strictly up to the person listening and to the person who wrote it.
Definitely.
And if it really means something and it can be cathartic and therapeutic for you to get it off your chest, I know a lot of singers that if it wasn't for them getting it out that way, they'd never get it out.
Yeah, I think now, as older I get, I'm still young, but going more and more to the 30s, I just have more to write about. Because
Yeah.
I think when you can write songs when you're young, but it's always about heartbreaks, and because you don't go through much,
Parties and
You-
stuff like that.
Yeah.
unless you're like really unlucky in your life. But
Yeah. I mean, a lot of, childhood trauma can be
Yeah.
a great thing too, but basic trauma also in general. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it can't all just be, I mean, if it's all heartbreak, you look at all your albums, you're like, how many girlfriends have you had?
yeah.
6,043. It's like,
You should look
wow.
at Taylor Swift.
Oh God, no, I think it's true. I think her relationship. Oh, she's doing well with what's his name?
She's. I'm just gonna say this. Taylor Swift is a fucking good songwriter.
Yes, she is.
She blows my mind.
Yeah, that was the guilty pleasure question. So I mean, he did the whole pop album and stuff like that.
Fuck.
But yeah, Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift is amazing. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, I think her, Miley Cyrus, and all modern pop music. I listen to a lot of like Americana country now too, where you get all the really deep lyrics too.
Yeah.
Not like that classic country where basically
I
think Shane Gillis said that basic country was just what the cowboy was doing right then. Like, I turned the radio up. That's what he did.
my car.
I drove my truck. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't wait when all the trucks are electrical. What are they going to sing about?
I drove with
That
Elon
battery
Musk.
died.
Yeah. I couldn't charge my truck today. Like a country song about getting stuck between two charging stations.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's just me and my dog and a dead Cybertruck.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Oh God, I think the Cowboys will be just looking at themselves going, "What have we become,
Yeah.
boys?
Yeah. Let's go
Yeah.
back to the
Can't
old
ride on
days.
I need to go
horses
out.
anymore.
I need to go out and shoot something.
I need to shoot some.
Yeah, someone.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. She's great.
Yeah,
It's
I
after I
mean,
met my girlfriend.
yeah,
well.
she's a Swiftie.
She is.
Ah,
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not?
I'm,
I mean-
I'm a shifty. Not a total shifty, but I will get
Not
there.
the Taylor Swift shifty.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have a guilty pleasure?
Like describe.
Like, is there something where you listen to but you kind of won't
Oh.
admit it?
It's like embarrassing.
Oh yeah, like okay. I also listen to those.
Yeah, but I don't
No.
think you have a guilty pleasure if you're that
No.
broad in your.
No. I mean, I also listen to Justin Bieber sometimes.
Yeah, great. Another great, a great artist and writer. I mean,
Yeah.
he just delivers.
Yeah.
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 And whether you like that wacko Kanye, I mean,
He delivers.
he delivers something there where people go, wow, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
and I guess you got to have that craziness to you to really deliver.
Yeah.
You have to have something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. It's impossible to play music and don't have something.
Yeah, it's like they say most stand-up comedians are basically damaged goods, and that's why they're funny. You don't have a
Yeah, I've
comedian,
heard that.
You don't have a comedian going, well, I had a really great childhood, and one day I just had a sandwich,
Yeah.
which my mom made for me, and I said thank you.
My loving mom.
My
punchline.
loving mom. Yeah, and there's no punchline.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
No.
So what about do you guys the question is like studio or live? What is your preference? What do you like, or is it just two different things that are both cool?
If it's music, it's cool. I love it.
So everything about doing it,
Yeah.
studio, live.
Yeah, I love studio. I love live.
I think I'm yeah, studio and live, but I'm really live at the moment. I really miss it. So
Yeah.
I'm
That
I'm gonna
that
say a live guy right now, but
Yeah.
I really enjoy being in the studio as well.
I mean, for me, it was live. That's because I wasn't really a part of all the producing and stuff. So basically, it was just come, show up, shout, sing, leave.
Yeah, boom, go home, sleep.
Yeah, go home, me sleep now. And that was, I mean, I always loved, when I play bass, it was cool to be in the studio. But
Yeah, yeah.
there's a lot of waiting, and you sit down, and if there's a problem, then there's even more waiting, and it can kind of get really slow.
yeah.
Can.
But when the creative process is really running and everyone is in tuned, then it's just amazing.
Yeah,
Because then your creation starts to take form, and whether it became what you thought it was, or becomes something even more great, or even I mean, like, oh, I didn't know we could sound like that. That's also a really great thing.
yeah,
don't
I
you think?
love when you hit the sweet spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sweet
Everything
spot.
just goes quick, and then boom, you have a song.
Yeah.
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 I had that feeling when I was 16.
Mhm.
I had a pop punk band in Hungary,
Yeah.
and I had my first drum kit was a Mapex,
Oh.
something like cheap category, you know. And I practiced at home and I played at home a lot. And most of the time, I thought that my drums sound shit. And then we went to a studio,
Mhm.
which was just like a fast setup studio in a church or something.
Whoa.
In a church.
Yeah. Don't ask me. I didn't organize the shit.
Take me to the church.
Church.
And then we recorded the song, and I went back to the engineer, you know, and I heard my drums for the first time
That's amazing.
with microphones and stuff like that, and I was like, "What the hell? That shit can sound like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!"
Yeah.
Sample
was-
replacement.
That was a pretty cool feeling.
When you have good engineers and good drum techs that really know how to get the best sound, and also
Yeah.
if that drum tech just goes, "Hey, wait, let's just tighten your snare a bit here and let's do that,"
Yeah.
then you get that perfect sound.
Yeah.
I didn't even change my heads. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were like 1-2 years old heads.
Well, there's some people that think that the drum heads they have to be seasoned, and some people like them new. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's just a preference.
Yeah.
Well,
New strings or old strings. I mean,
during this tour, I had an experience with drums.
yeah.
That the drums I was borrowing from the other band, Chaos Bay.
Yeah.
I think we didn't change the heads,
Yeah.
so I think 22 shows went by with the same heads, and at the end I could hear the difference.
Yeah. You kind of get more of a muted sound, I guess.
Yeah, the tonality
Yeah.
just
More like
And probably doesn't ring out as much.
No.
Yeah.
No.
it's
they're very hard to
sustain.
control.
Yeah.
When
I
yeah,
see that.
but I mean, it was 22 shows. It was me who playing and Patrick, the other guy. So it doubles up.
Yeah. That drum kit.
44
That drum kit was tortured.
got beaten,
Beat up,
and
yeah.
all the sound checks.
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah. But
What tour was that? You guys wanna? Was that?
yeah, well, Siamese tour. and it was
Elements
Sweden.
tour.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Okay,
man,
yeah, I
it
saw
was
that. Yeah.
our first tour ever.
yeah,
So
And was
Our-
it wasn't just in Denmark, was it?
it was
Oh,
a
it was
Europe
Europe.
tour.
Nice.
yeah, so it was.
I'm
It
still
was
I'm
hella
still
fun.
blown
Yeah.
away.
So what was your favorite venue?
Oh.
Was there one that just stands out?
Yeah.
I mean, London was fucking good.
yeah.
I mean, the venue was
yeah,
good.
the venue was good. I fucked up.
Oh,
you fucked up?
We have story.
You forgot your lyrics?
We have no. It's even worse.
You off pitched?
no,
No.
no. It's
So in London, it's a O2 venue,
Yeah. By all means, that's what they're there for.
and so there they have like policies. You cannot have mosh pits, otherwise they're gonna stop. They literally
Wall of Deaths. Wall of Deaths. It was.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
Have mosh pits. Yeah.
No, you cannot have anything.
Ah.
No wall of death, no mosh pits, nothing. If no violence in
Fuck you, England.
in the crowd, and they literally have a red card. Show stops. Yeah, and so and and I told Mess at the before the show, hey, we should not do this. Don't do this. And he thought I was just joking.
Yeah. We've
And-
been doing it for like what? 15 shows straight.
Yeah,
The Wall of Death and everything, and then
yeah, every day.
then
And it was we got used to it, of course. And it was our last song, Faded, where we normally do it, right? And then the breakdown came, and he did like,
first thing, split this
Split.
shit, and then
and I went panic.
yeah. And Louis,
Oh, I
our
would have
s-
loved to
our
see that.
sound engineer was like, stop in our ears, and Andy went over, kicked on my leg, and like, fucking make them stop. And right before the breakdown hits, I'm like, don't do it,
Don't do it.
Or couldn't they do like a? We must find another name for it. We will call it the British Wall of
Calm.
the British Wall of slightly hurting yourself. So you just run, and then you run. What's it? Then you good day, sir.
Good day.
Good day, sir. Spiffing party, isn't it?
Splendid.
Splendid party. Yes.
Aha.
These lovely.
Lovely
Lovely
venue.
lads, strapping
Lovely
young
lads,
lads,
yeah.
playing this great music. Yes.
Great,
Exactly.
Great job.
Great jars.
Jolly good show, boys. So when you go to England, do not do the Wall of Death. Do the
Gentle.
the fence of hurting yourself slightly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, yes, exactly. Just run towards each other and go, run away.
Yeah.
Or just do the opposite half Wall of Death. Get everybody to run away.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be.
And then you're like,
Everybody run out of the venue.
and then like, and then, hello.
Hello.
And then you hear that cricket.
Yeah.
And then you have like a tumbleweed blowing through. It goes, okay.
Yeah, we're done.
And
Yeah.
then
We're
smoke.
Yeah, like. And then your sound man just lights the lighter.
Yeah.
It would just fade.
That'd be
down.
actually a cool if you made a video like that.
Yeah,
You could
well-
piss off the entire nation of England with their fucking policies.
We can blow up with that on TikTok.
I mean, just fair to say, the venue and the guys at the venue were really, really professional.
Of
and
course, yeah.
And,
O2
well,
arenas, yeah. Or,
They were,
yeah.
but
I love the
sometimes you
best.
gotta fuck up.
I think
Yeah.
England needs to be reminded that Denmark still has Viking longboats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
careful now, boys. Don't make us come over there again.
We might come back.
We might come back. I just love to see those two British police officers walking by the beach and checking, what's that over there? And it's like, are those boats? Why is there a half-naked man with braids? Oh, no. Yeah.
Should
Scarfing down mushrooms
Yeah.
going,
should we touch someone?
yeah. No, don't think so.
All right. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Good.
Yeah. Welcome to England.
Yeah.
Please invade us.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Invader.
Okay, so that was a funny fuck up, but was that like was there a show where the crowd was extra spicy?
I mean, the end show is always.
You always
I
give it
guess,
that last
yeah,
10%.
and it was real. It was so crazy. But let's not say the end show.
Yeah,
Which show was your favorite?
I loved Nuremberg.
Nuremberg.
Ah, the Germans.
Yeah,
They
the
are
Germans are
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
so good.
They
I love them.
They really bring it.
Yeah.
And they also have a good
They do.
tradition for good German bands like
There's a lot.
Caliban and what was my favorite band? I just lost it with that German singer. He sounds exactly like one of those German guys. Like, yeah, it's a very good concert, yeah.
I was about to say Rammstein.
Oh no, I don't like them.
Oh, you don't?
Nah, I never.
They have some catchy riffs, man.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Was it something Burn?
Burn.
Oh, I can't remember. I used to have so many hoodies from them. Oh, I can't remember it.
Mm.
Screw that. But yeah, a lot of good German bands, and their venues are fun.
Yeah.
They go nuts. They do also. Some of them do some of the hardcore stuff with the spin kicks and stuff like that too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I
whole
never,
shit.
I never got that.
Hanover, I think, Yeah.
Uh,
No, where their sound just went off. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the crowd went violent.
It was like I
Yeah.
think Siamese had to like at one moment be like, stop,
Yeah,
don't do it.
you
And
guys need to stop that.
for
Yeah.
our show, we were just like pushing them to like, you gotta show Siamese what
Yeah.
you do, and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And they were like, these guys are cool, but
Yeah,
it
there-
was we have never tried to be like support band and then boom, guys are just crazy.
Yeah.
Drunk
Yeah, yeah.
guys be like, yeah,
was that the show where there were some bottles thrown?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
on-
Well,
on
you-
stage.
you got to try a bottle toss now.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember I saw one coming. I was like, wait.
Yeah. Or just go like.
In the classic and then drink it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking epic.
Love it.
So okay, so Germany, they really brought it.
Yes.
They did. They did.
So what's in the future for Cold Culture? So right now.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Oh.
There is, I mean, there's stuff. We are doing the headline show in Stengel.
For
Here in-
Prime,
Just
just for you guys.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
And
Is there a date for that?
the 3rd of May.
3rd of May in Stengel, which is in Nørrebro. Stengel 30, Stengel 30.
Come.
Come.
Yes,
Everyone.
please,
come.
please.
Buy
come.
tickets, please. And it's gonna be good because we're bringing new songs, like completely new songs,
Yeah.
and then we're releasing some music, but the date is not out yet.
Date is not out yet.
So,
So,
but there will come something very, very soon, and we hope we can tell you more soon.
all right, but basically, I think that after you do a new release, you guys can always come back, and we can definitely do this again. I don't think
Yeah.
we're done yet. We've done an hour, and it felt like 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
God damn.
God
Yeah.
damn, diggity damn.
Take it down.
Giggity.
So basically, what else can we? What about? So who are you bringing on Stengel as a support?
Oh, I can't pronounce the band name. Wait, Lex. Oh, Lex. I want to look it up real quick.
It's a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister.
But they're
or-
cool.
It is.
They're very cool.
Okay.
The-
Hexa or something like that? No.
No. 4 young lads.
How do you pronounce this?
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Lextraneous.
Lextraneous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lextraneous, and that
Some
probably means something really cool.
Some young boys
Yeah.
playing some good classic heavy metal, Avenged Sevenfold kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool, and they're coming with us.
Cool.
And I'm excited to see them because I've never seen them play.
All right.
No, me neither.
I think they're pretty new.
Where'd
so-
you guys meet those guys? Was he just like a?
They're in Prime as well, and we talked with Mirza about it, and then he was like, "They can do it." And
That's
I
cool.
know.
And you'll be
Bring
bringing
it.
merch because I have one of your T-shirts.
we will bring a lot of merch. We
Yes.
still have
Yeah, we still-
leftovers.
I mean, I think that T-shirt that I got, it was the blue one.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
Deep
that's a
end.
great
Mm.
shirt.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, man.
I mean, it's one of those things. I still at 45, I was like, oh, that's a cool shirt. I'm buying it. I mean, I know that if I can support the band by getting merch, it's such a pleasure to do so.
It's really helpful because that's where we earn.
Exactly.
And that's where we can do like a show at Stengel.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
how it's possible in the end. So
3rd of May, right?
3rd
Yeah.
of May,
3rd of May, Stengel. What about Copenhagen? Are there plans for that? Have you been approached for that?
we want to.
Yeah.
Yep.
We really want to, and we're trying our best to like show ourselves. And
Yeah.
then
Copenhagen, you better get these guys on and put them on one of the smaller stages, and you will get a pate
hell yeah, man, we'll
Yep.
bring you
You heard,
metal
man.
and party.
and
And party.
metal and party.
Metal and party.
Metal and party.
Sounds like Electric
Sound-
Cover, huh?
Oh yeah, or a Motley Crue song, or
Yeah.
Steel Panther.
The Steel Panther.
I'm surprised that band hasn't gotten canceled yet. You're just like waiting for just.
Waiting for something, yeah.
But they have just seemed to walk that narrow line perfectly.
Yeah.
And you go to their concerts, yes, people will be flashing, there will be nudity
Yep.
and stuff like that, but it just seems like in all good fun. You're not kind of also because when you know what the band is about, They're all like, we used to be really professional musicians, but we found out we had to do this to make money. We're-
Yeah.
Ugh.
But fuck it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
funny and the songwriting is good. So.
Yeah, and the bass player, she's really hot.
Oh yeah, she does look like a woman.
Or they, them, or
They,
what?
them, the person.
I love that they, them, because it gives me an excuse to speak like a southern boy. It's like, what? My pronouns are they, them. Well, them's is pretty good pronouns
I don't get that. I don't know how it works. What like?
because they's good.
But is it just one person?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm too old for that.
It is.
I
I'm not gonna comment on
No,
this.
no. But for me, it's I can say for me myself, it's like do whatever you want, whatever you feel good. But
yeah.
I'm too old for that. So just
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Okay.
I've reached that age where just, what is your view on this? I want to be left alone.
Yeah.
My back hurts, and I don't know why.
I want a beer.
Yeah, just want to be left alone.
Just living alone in the woods.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't do that in Denmark.
no.
No.
You can hold your breath in any forest in Denmark and walk, and you'll reach a road.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You do that in Sweden, up north, or in Norway, you dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you walk into the forest, like all the way up there. You're
Bye-bye.
gonna die. Yeah, you're just
Yeah,
gonna die. I
yeah.
mean, there's.
Yep. Or you get some weird ass person in camo coming out like, ooh,
Oh.
Giants behind your back.
yeah,
Or wolf or
yeah. Put the penis down. Why you were holding your penis in the woods is all up to you.
I mean, you know, we all got kinks. So wood king, I don't know.
No kick shaming.
No kink shaming.
No,
No
no,
kink
no.
shaming. Yep,
No, no.
Yep.
It's fun.
Yeah. Everybody has theirs, especially metal musicians.
They
Really?
do.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
They're a bit more.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the statistics? Like broken down into genres?
Oh, it could be. It could be.
That's
fun.
none of your goddamn business what I do in my spare time,
Ah,
by the way.
all right.
It could be
Excuse
fun
me, sir.
having like metal, pop, indie,
Yeah.
Andy?
reggae.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine.
Oh.
You know what? I think jazz musicians are the highest. Like
Maybe.
they probably have most of the kinks.
I think so.
Like
I think most of their kink is just basically making every other musician feel really inferior. They're like, oh, you can't play this C6-9 chord with the lift and the bend off. And the it's like, yeah, that's cool, but nobody listens to your fucking shit.
Yeah, not quite my tempo, man.
I mean, they're,
No.
they're like the uber hipsters of music.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can meet some really cool ones that are really nice. But,
Yeah, you
but
can.
there's some of them that are just, it's like, no one is like, oh, I just played on my solo tour. That's because nobody wants to play with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you have bands that, like, what do you guys think about, because you sound, you have a good progressive sound, but can it get too progressive where you go into like Periphery or was it Burning the Martyrs or whatever they're called?
I think.
Or where it gets too genty and too like, oh, the time signature on this is just one big mess.
No, that Andy
I-
would love that.
Our guitarist
Our
is like a
guitarist is like-
sucker for it.
Yeah.
But
he wants a song in 5 or 7.
Yeah, I think I mean, if you hear the band Tool and they're doing like doom ding boom 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 and stuff, it's cool. It sounds cool. It's not too complicated.
No, it doesn't make you tired.
No, and like Periphery, they have their cool moments.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like I gotta sit and listen to it. I can't just put it
Yeah.
on and listen. It's
Yeah.
like what is this like?
Yeah.
And then you hear like, and nah.
Yeah.
For me, it can't get too much. I want people to listen and
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah, because I remember my old guitarist got invited to play bass on What Worms Inherit.
Mm-hmm.
They were like a progressive death band, and he was like, "God, I'm counting all the time. I'm just counting and counting and counting." And then oh, here's the change, and there is the time signature change, and then it just becomes one of those things where you're actually doing it just because we can,
Yeah.
and it becomes this. It kind of becomes again elitist. It's like,
Mhm.
haha, I am better than you.
Yeah,
And yeah, exactly. Or where you just
arrogant.
it has an arrogance to it, but those that really think that it sounds good and they really love what they do, you know what? All power. to them. Just keep playing music,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
keep going, and I just don't be elitist about it.
Have fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have
Have
fun
fun,
and
man.
love what you do.
I played, the bar Drop In.
Yeah.
Close to Newtorp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there. I played there. And then there was a bassist
Mm-hmm.
on the stage. He was standing right beside me. The stage is pretty small.
Yeah.
And he literally was holding a beer in his right hand, drinking, had the most boring board face impression, and he was just playing like he
Yeah,
didn't want to be
hammer
there.
offs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he looked really fucking bored and arrogant, and I felt bad
Yeah.
just by looking at him. It was
Yeah.
so weird. Like, I thought, if you're on stage and you're playing, you like to be there. But I don't think he liked to be there.
I think a lot of bass players kind of find that there's there's the stigma that they have to be the stoic, quiet ones.
Mm.
You have a lot
Yeah.
of bands where the bass player just steps back and then you have other bass players that go completely against the grain and just
Yeah.
go nuts.
That's where I
and-
like Sleep Token a lot.
Yeah.
With the bass
Mm.
player, he's funny.
Yeah.
Like when he's on stage.
And that's good. I mean, each band member has their own personality, and maybe even the Stoics quiet one. If it's like a gimmick and he has like a hat on and a cigarette and just does
Yeah.
that can be cool too because
Yeah.
everybody has their own role and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But basically, people who stand still on stage, I always find that come on, put a bit of effort into it.
Yeah.
Give me something. Give me. That's why I love. I don't know if you guys are, if you remember a band called Unearth.
On Earth.
No.
There are two guitarists, Ken Suzy and Buzz McGrath, where they would just like be, and they would jump off the top of their stacks. I think one of the
What the
big,
hell?
and they competed in who could do the most spins.
Crazy.
And I think the record came up to 6 or 7, where the 7th is where they jump around with it,
Oh god.
and they would just be with each other, and you just
Yeah.
see that fucking ESP just spin.
Yeah.
And he just goes and goes and goes, and suddenly they both jump around, and then they hit
Boom.
that breakdown, or then they'll fucking both crowd surf up to the bar,
Yeah.
and while one is doing the rhythm and the other's doing something, and then Ken Suzy would go to the bartender and go like this, and he'd be chugging along doing that while Buzz is really shredding,
Yeah.
and like really shredding, like complicated shredding, and then
Yeah.
the bartender come up 2 beers, and Ken Suzy starts chugging while he's doing that, and and then they crowd surf all the way back, and that for me is a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lead singer kind of, it's okay that he doesn't do much, but do that classic monitor stand with the foot and just give it
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because these two fucking insane dwarves are just
Yeah.
ADHD on crack.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, that's a concert.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that does it for me. When you get that action on stage, and it doesn't matter, it gives more like an organic feeling that they're also humans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, for stage for me is also just about performance.
Yeah.
As a guy who's watching a concert, I don't give a shit if it's backing track or playback, because I came to see like what you're doing on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the funny part,
Yeah.
anyways.
And the party element.
Yeah.
By the way, back to that progressive thing. Right? I was at a concert, and I don't know which band it was, but it came to the breakdown, and then I just wanted to headbang, but the time signature was so weird that I was like,
Yeah.
I just gave up,
That's
and I
every-
don't like that.
That's every Meshuggah concert. Whenever you go to Meshuggah, and I think I saw him at Roskilde, and I was like, oh, it's coming now. Then, oh, fuck. And then next thing you know, you're all looking around and going, who's headbanging? And there's sporadic headbangs, and you could always see people who do the, oh, fuck.
Fuck.
I missed it.
Yeah.
And then you
one's
have
like
the-
counting 1, 2, 3.
And then you have the real fans that are headbanging looking at you. I know the time signature.
Yeah.
And the cool thing
damn
is Meshuggah just goes all their own time signature, and the lead singer just belts out in 4/4.
Boom.
He's just it's like okay, he just doesn't care.
No.
That's cool. It's
I
fucking
mean,
awesome.
but Meshuggah are also a band that has made that sound good
Mhm.
and sound organic, and you actually, I mean, when you listen to a song like "Bleed" with the drumming, have you ever heard "Bleed"? by Meshuggah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the way that he rolls, you know, he used 2 years to learn that song, and he actually
Seriously?
he actually went down with stress because of it.
What?
Yeah, there's an interview with him. He actually couldn't play it
Please
because
don't write
it-
songs like that.
because it's not his normal playing style. What he said,
Yeah.
and he had to do that roll.
Yeah,
And when you listen to it, it's like that doesn't sound complicated. Oh, okay.
yeah.
And when you can make something complicated sound easy, Tool does it the same way. It's just that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
But I think you also have to know your audience,
Yeah.
what they are, so to speak, capable of.
Yeah.
Like if they are already got used to something, you know, and then you produce or then you make something out of your
Area.
comfort zone or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
then you introduce it to them, it might feel weird for them.
Exactly. I mean, you're not going to get a pop punk kid to listen to really progressive tech death
No.
or something
No.
like that because it's just. But then
Pleasant.
you'll have some bands that do that poppy sounding pop punk and then go into hard and actually have breakdowns and some complicated
Yeah.
signatures, and then they'll just like, oh wait, I like that. So that means that it's a gradual like, okay, wait, and then they grow older and
Yeah.
maybe more mature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I still love to listen to some of that old skate punk. I mean, I used to be that skate punker where the jeans couldn't get bigger,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I wore a hoodie even though or a beanie even though it was like 20 degrees out, and
Yeah.
I mean, my skateboard was like growing under my. I wasn't a very good skateboarder either, but it was just that's
It
my
was-
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walked around with a skateboard like you see some kid, and then I walked around with my bass. It was the bass
Wow.
or the skateboard, and that was it. That was like the identity of being a musician, where everybody could go fuck themselves. You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck, the
Fuck yeah,
system.
man! Fuck the system.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
mom, I'm coming home now.
Yeah.
What's for dinner? You know, and that's the cool thing about music. It also just, if you get it from a young age and you start doing music, it's just this great thing to have, and it's a great
Hell yeah.
skill to kind of be around and get friends with that. And
Yeah.
one of those things that as soon as you start playing music and you start playing music for a long time, suddenly you realize that most of your friends are all musicians
Yeah.
or have some sort of connection to
Yeah.
music.
The music.
And it could be a bit of a shame that you lose some of your old friends. I mean, I think I have 1 or 2 friends that aren't connected to music anymore,
Yeah.
which is strange.
Same.
And all
Yeah.
like your old school friends you grew up with, even though he was your best friend and maybe he's a mechanic now, and you kind of don't really have anything to talk to except old days, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. True.
but music does bring people together, and it's just a great skill to have, whether it's fucking the flute or drumming in a Copenhagen's most awesome fucking emo metal. Do you call it
Hell
that
yeah.
or?
We don't even know.
I call it melodic metal. It's
Yeah.
melodic. It's and it's technical. So whether that is, I mean, just keep doing it. And all you young kids out there, you just keep playing. Stay
Oh, yeah.
metal.
Give us some bangers.
Stay true, and check out Cold Culture on Instagram. They are at Cold Culture Band, and check them out on Spotify and YouTube. There's the awesome video, Deep End. I love that video. I especially love the guy on the keys wearing his fishnets on his arms.
Yeah.
I really hoped he would come today because then I would talk about those fishnets.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next
So,
time.
Next time.
I really want to come back.
Yeah, I mean, we could easily do this. As soon as you guys have more to promote, let's do more, bring out the guys and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
can handle, or we share mics. I can handle 1 more mic.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and if we can also do it backstage in Stengel or something like that.
We can also do that.
That could be cool.
I did Livløs in the backstage
Yeah.
in Purhus, and I met those guys, and they're long haired and big beards, and I found out I was like 10 years older than they were. They all knew. Oh, you guys from Aarhus, you know this guy goes, oh yeah, and then like, yeah, he's a bit older than us. Like, oh fuck. And I got into the backstage in Pumbahus, and I played there 20 years ago. I was like, wow, they really
They did something.
really spiced it up. Nice,
Yeah.
it's nice now. Smelled like piss last time I was
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's like, what's that in the corner? Is that puke? And why is it moving?
Yeah.
I remember like all those. I remember the backstage in Stengel. Oh man, you sat on that couch. You're like, I need a shower, and these clothes have to be burnt.
Ah, shit. I've
Yeah.
never been to Stingo before.
You never? Oh, man,
Never.
we played a concert there where one of our friends broke a leg there. He just kept crowd surfing. It's like, I can't stand. Okay, crowd surf. Fine, just stay up there. It's like, okay, sounds like a plan.
That's hardcore.
And then the other band that played there, the bass player got stabbed in the leg by a punk rocker.
What the?
Oh.
fuck?
I mean, and then the crowd safety was a skinhead named Smiley. He's a real skinhead, not one of those
Okay.
sharp skinheads against racial prejudice.
Uh-huh.
They're the original skinheads.
Okay.
They hate racism. And this little Smiley guy, I think he jumped from inside where the door getting on stage is, jumped out onto the floor in just one leaping bound and just grabbed that punk. I don't know what he did to him, but it wasn't pleasant.
No.
Well,
fuck
when you get
shit.
an angry skinhead on your hands and he jumps out in combat boots, then
You're fucked.
Yep.
Why did
Yep.
he stab him?
just
Just
punk rockers,
Yeah.
not punk rockers, but those crusty punkers,
yeah,
the ones that smell like a shower would have been needed last week.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay, so
that
wha-
kind.
One of those. Okay.
Yeah, we used to come in the skate punk days, go to Ungdomshuset when
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
on Jakvej.
Yeah.
And whenever we got there, we would go to see a concert, and we'd have we were the skate punkers, so we smelled like roses. And
Uh-huh.
we had our baggy jeans, and we all had either the sweater or the hoodie, and it would be a skateboard brand. And a lot of them would be like light gray or white,
Yeah.
Mm.
and you could just see us when we're sitting down on like.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a wet wipe? And you'd sit next to a couple of punks, and next thing you know, that punker, he just leans back and just empties his belly.
Nice.
Like, "Whoa," and then he just continues talking to whoever he's just
Yeah.
talking to. You're like, okay. And the beer was cheap, but it was like you were just it's like, oh god. And if you cut yourself on something, you're like, oh god, I need a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god,
It's a
we're
different world.
really hating on those poor bad. Well, take a fucking shower. Come on, have
Dude.
some self-respect.
Do a shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
showers are good. Showers are good.
We need it every day.
We're not in the Middle Ages anymore. Have you heard of the Spanish flu?
Huh?
Have you heard of Corona?
Oh.
It's a terrible beer.
It's 5 years today.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys have trouble on that one
With
Corona?
not really.
The
Not
beer
for me.
or the achoo?
Also the beer. But
Yeah, I mean it's great with Mexican food. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, yeah. Did you know you want to have a really cool little piece of knowledge about the Corona beer?
Mhm.
Yeah.
When you get a Corona, how do you get it? What is different with a Corona beer compared to every other beer? You get it served with a
lime
yes.
Yeah.
And where's that lime?
on. Oh, actually, it.
You know it too, don't you?
But no, I don't. Sometimes it's down in the bottle.
Yeah. And then you push it in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is completely wrong. The reason why they put a lime on top of it was to keep the flies away. So all the Mexicans, when they drank it, they would just take the lime, put it down, and then have a
Sure,
sip,
yeah.
and then put the lime back on.
Okay.
And then some American just goes, because then they just put them in just to put them on top, and then they
Yeah.
went, and then all the Mexicans like, what is the puta doing? Stupid pinche.
I'm just gonna eat it, man.
Yeah, and then now that whenever you have Coronas at home and you do that with the lime
Yeah.
and you put them out on your balcony and you have to go in, and then when you open it up a couple of weeks later, you have like growth at the bottom, like
Oh.
mold. That
Delicious.
delicioso.
Uh-huh.
Delicioso.
So that's how lemon flavored beer
That's
was
actually,
invented.
well, actually,
by
the Germans and the British, they put lemon soda or Sprite into their beer.
Oh.
Germans call it Radler, and the British call it
Yeah.
Shandy. It's nice and refreshing, and it kind of
Yeah.
doesn't get you that hammered.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what is your poison when you're backstage? And I mean, anything exciting? I mean, you're Hungarian.
Orange juice. Seriously, it's on the tech rider. Orange. Are you fading my mic out?
Okay, can you save this?
Oh, I don't know. I'm
And
a
he-
sucker for Monster.
He goes with mustard.
Okay, which flavor? Tropical.
Oh,
Isn't it just the?
I'm really like everything on this part.
Hmm.
I just love Monster, but I think my favorite, they don't make it in Denmark. My friends don't get me, but Monster Assault.
I think I heard about that one.
It's
German,
basically
right?
like a Coke version.
Is it the red one?
The red,
and
yeah, it's red.
gray.
And I bought it on tour, I think.
Yeah.
And I
same.
was like, holy shit, they have it in Germany.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
yeah,
I just
hoarded.
Yeah.
Okay. But and then basically it's just beer and water in the backstage.
Yeah, yeah,
No, like,
basically.
does someone have a bottle of rosé?
No. I think on tour with Siamese, they had a ton of everything, and sometimes I think there were vodka in
Yeah.
the fridge, and then we just
Well, vodka's good because the calories are low, and you don't really get that much of a hangover, technically.
I hate vodka.
You do
Yeah.
vodka.
I'm from Eastern Europe,
Yeah,
but
of
I hate
course. It
vodka.
reminds you of communism, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes.
The promised land.
Yes.
Iron Curtain.
Stalin, my favorite.
But we can't do that accent with you because Hungarian is a language based on nothing, not the Germanic or the Anglo. The closest relation in language is Finnish. to
That's what they
Hungarian.
say.
Yeah, the root language. Hungarian is a completely different language, root language, than any other language in the area.
But I also recently I've heard that that's debunked.
It could be debunked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Finnish is also really weird too. If you've ever, I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense compared to what the root language should be. Like you have the Eastern Bloc, a lot of them have similarities, and you can kind of understand each other.
Yeah.
Where the Hungarian is just like, whoop, that's just into the wind. It's
Yeah.
completely different.
But I noticed that some of the how you put together sentences in Hungarian and in Danish, sometimes it matches.
Yeah.
We also have same words.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, the Vikings did come far.
Yeah. We probably let them in. We didn't have a fucking choice. They
Not
just
not
came.
really.
No.
You either get fucked or you invite them in and say, hey, if we can't beat them, we'll pay them.
Yeah.
So what about any closing notes that you guys want to close off on? Anything you guys want to bring to light into the Boom Boom Room?
About anything?
Anything.
No. Okay.
Stingle, tickets. We're desperate. Buy merch. Come to our show. Have a fun time. Have a party.
Yeah.
Come say hi, and we'll
And listen to some good songs.
stream us.
And it's
Yeah.
danceable too.
Yeah.
So grab
It's hoppable.
your misses and swing her around. And that's the 3rd of May at Stingo. Tickets are available on Stingo's homepage, or do you?
Also in our link in Instagram. And
Okay.
In our bio.
everywhere.
We will post that too.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, on that note, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you guys in here, and
Thank you
you're
so
even
much.
cooler than I could ever have dreamt of. And
you.
I'm really looking forward to hearing more of your music. I'm a big fan, and
Thank you.
hopefully I'll check my calendar and see if I can make it to Stingo and come and support and see what new merch that I can
Hell
pick up from
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
awesome.
And let's do this again when you guys have something new to promote.
Mm.
Yeah.
We'll come on the Bam Bam Boom Boom Room.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Oh
man.
yeah, thank you so much.
Now, boys, look at the camera and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And Bam Bam is out.
Welcome to Bam Bam's Boom Boom Room, starring your host, Bam Bam, and frankly, whoever the fuck that I want.